So, this is your host, Steve, from the back. Basically, this is a weird rant. First off, I'm going to say thanks to every subscriber. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I always check. I always look to see if I've gotten new subscribers, and I have. So, obviously if a number is going up, it means someone has subscribed. So, and I really appreciate that, because I'm trying to grow this channel. YouTube is a very competitive place, and me being such a small channel, everything counts. Like, literally every comment counts, every view counts, watch time counts, and subscribers, and anything, likes, comments, all count. So I'm very, very grateful for anyone who's actually stopped in to watch a video, who has subscribed. That means a lot to me, because this channel is so it's so young that I don't even understand how some channels get as big as they do, but I guess you got to start somewhere. So I wanted to tell this story and go on this rant because it's interesting. It's not really a super like I guess this isn't some rant that's gonna like teach you anything, but it could give you an idea, I guess, or a couple of ideas that might be fun for you. And I didn't want to really make this rant an adult rant, but I feel like I might as well. I don't want you to get it twisted though. So let me get right into it. So I used to live in a room, a certain room. And during my stay in this room, this is why this is going to be a story, because there's a lot that goes into this, like, that builds up to the real point of this. So I used to live in a certain room, and for whatever reasons that I'm not going to go into, I had to leave that room, and then I ended up moving back in the same complex, but in a different room. But while I was in my first room there, I had a couple of people that had lived there. They weren't supposed to be staying there, technically. It was a male and a female. They really weren't supposed to be there, but they helped me while they were there. I helped them. It all worked out, kinda. It all sort of worked out, but during that time, they gave me actually an idea, because what they had was they were sleeping on a mattress, and the mattress was in a corner of the room that was perfectly positioned and perfectly suited and sized to fit, where if you turn your head or your feet, depending on which way you're laying, either your head or your feet is facing the window. And then they also had a very, very cool idea to take a curtain of some sort or sheets and hang them in the front end of the bed. So you would have to literally move these curtains or sheet aside to enter this bed. You'd have to literally, so it gave it an element of enclosure and an element of privacy. So you have to literally move this curtain or whatever, or sheet, to get onto the bed. So this is really kind of, I could go more into the story, but I'm not gonna really go into like deep into it because it would be kind of pointless. But it would be funny. But so there were instances where all three of us, because it was cold as hell, it was like winter, and the heat really doesn't run too good in this building. You know, heat kind of fades in and out. You could have the heaters on in the room at a certain point of winter, and it doesn't really matter. You know, you're gonna freeze. So you know, I wouldn't normally just want to like, you know, crawl into a bed literally with, you know, two other people, especially being a man and a female. But I knew both of these people, and the male, you know, is one of my best friends, so it wasn't really that weird, you know. It wasn't really that strange, really, because it's kind of like, you know, like when you're younger, you probably slept in the same bed with brothers and sisters before, so it really doesn't really bother you too much, you know, even though it's something you wouldn't prefer. So we all did sleep on that bed at the same time in certain instances, and the body heat kind of definitely balanced things out to the point to where it wasn't that bad. Like, I really didn't even notice how cold it was because of that. So it kind of just worked out. And that wasn't always the case, but there were many cases where that was the case, where all three people slept in one bed. But there were times where I was alone when she was somewhere, or he was somewhere, or both of them were different places, or whatever. And I just realized how nice the position of this bed was. Like, because I have this thing with enclosure to where when I'm about to sleep, or when I'm like kind of relaxing, often I don't like my space to be super open. Now, I'm not saying it can't be, but I'm saying, I don't know if it must be psychological, I guess. It must have something to do with like safety or whatever. It must be a primal thing. I don't know where this comes from, but I like to have more of an enclosed space, kind of like how you may want to keep your back to a wall so you can see everything. You know, I guess I prefer to have an enclosed area when I'm sleeping, whether that be a tent, whether that be something that has a door, whatever. So I like that. I don't know. And then, you know, this is really where I just like fell in love with the concept. And it's the weirdest thing ever. You would never imagine this. This is how I really fell in love with it. So there's one day where I was alone, and they had that bed set up, right? They had that set up still. And for whatever reason, I was on YouTube, and I actually watched, I think it was one of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie or something. And there was a scene where, there was this literal scene where the Hulk got out of a pool. And I was like, it was something about the way that he was like in the pool, and then he just got out of the pool. And the Hulk is one of those characters that I like resonate with, because I'm a very, very primal person, and sometimes I have a very caveman-like mind, a very Neanderthal type of primate-like mind. So I just already resonate with that character, but then it's something about like when I'm on that bed, it reminds me how you have to like go off the bed or crawl off the bed, and then you have to move the curtain and come out like that. You know, something just seemed very primitive, but at the same point seemed very luxurious about it. And it's not only that it seems a certain way, but physically, this is gonna sound so fucking weird, but it does something to my brain. I don't know if it would do the same thing for you, but it does something to my brain for me to have to to slide a curtain to get out of my bed, and for my bed to be on a low plane like that. It just does something to my brain. So, after that experience, I was just stuck with, I have to have this idea. I was like, when they left and it wasn't like that, I had to I literally had it dead set in my mind that like one of these days, I don't care how I do it, I'm going to recreate that setup, and I did. So now the room where I'm in now, I have a bed, and I'm not going to spoil it because eventually I'm going to like do a reveal or something, or give you a room tour, show you what's in my room, show you how I have the bed set up, and so basically it's two things. One, there is which is not so special. There is a twin to a full bed, I believe, that is in the one side of my room by one window. Now that one is against the wall. That is situated like this position how a couch would be situated. In matter of fact, I believe I may try to have sheets on that bed, but I may try to finagle it to where if I can find big enough cushions, I may try to put them near the wall so it will serve as a couch and can serve as a bed. But I call that a very weak bed. It's weak. It's just a bed. There's no elements to it except it being repurposed somewhat as a couch, possibly, that makes it any special. So I'm not going to keep talking about it. But if you come around to the other side of the room, if you do like a U shape, you end up running into a curtain. And this white curtain, with the tension rod, this curtain separates the bed from the rest of the room. So this bed is basically a bed that leads to a window. Literally, if you could crawl up through the window, you would find yourself landing right on the bed. You crawl onto bed. And then if you turn again, you turn while you're on the bed, you find yourself looking at a wall, another wall, but then there's a closet. So literally, you could technically walk from the closet onto the bed, or you could crawl out of my closet onto the bed. So that does a couple of things that are very interesting. Very interesting things happen right at that point. One, you have the curtain. I'll say again, so you can close and open the curtain. So that gives you a sense of enclosure. It gives you a sense of privacy, I guess. That's privacy that's really not needed because the only person in this room is me. Only human in this room is me. I'll say that. So you close the curtain if you want. I keep it open a lot of times because I don't know. Sometimes I don't really want it closed. For me to close it depends on my mood. But let's say you close the curtain, right? Now here's where the rant's going to get a little bit adult, and I'm sorry, it's just going to have to go there because I'm going to keep it real. I always keep the rants 100% raw and real, so kids leave the room. I know the ideas sound fun, but this is where you might want to tell your kids to get out the room because it's about to get real. So I also decided that by the virtue of that a closet is enclosed, a closet can have a barrier in front of it. I could I could hang another curtain in front of this closet, which I very well might do. But by the virtue of that, I don't typically walk in my closet or spend much time in it at all, except to hang things, and there's a shelf in there, and sometimes I'll grab foil from there. I recently just started storing my seasonings in there. So basically I figure, and I've wanted to do this for a while too, but I said, I don't know about this because my closet was tiny in the other room, but now the closet is big enough for my 6'2" self to stretch out completely on the floor. So I said, you know what? I'm about to repurpose this closet into another bed. So that's what I've been doing. So I had this foam, this badass memory foam that is like, feels like you're laying on a cloud. I got a good deal on it from I'm not gonna say from where, but I got a good deal on it from somewhere. And I just feel like I don't really want to talk too much about my personal life because it's an honest source where I got this, because it's memory foam. Come on now, people. It's nothing taboo, but I just figure, you know, this is about me, so I'm not going to talk about places, people, and things. But I got a really good deal on this foam, and this foam is downright heavenly. Like, this foam makes you want to like step on it, because how it feels when you're stepping on it and your feet just like sink in, everything just sinks into this foam. This foam just like in itself is enough to sleep on, but I figure I'll put a little bit more on it. So I may even buy like a small futon and throw that on top, and that will be complete. Obviously I can put any type of blankets on this thing to lay under. Obviously, if it's too warm, I can lay on top. But either way, it runs the span of this closet, and I have repurposed this closet into a effing sleeping area. So now what you have is you have something crazy going on right now. What I got going on right now is you have the bed, and as I'm recording this now, I have the computer in front of me on the mattress, and I am half of my body in the closet, in part of my upper portion, hanging with my long ass arm over part of the bed. And literally now, I realize that if I wanted to literally have a girl put a pillow under her breast and top portion, hang her bottom portion, and toot it up over part of this bed, and while I am literally in the closet, on my knees, partially behind her, I don't really have to get graphic, but you already know what can go down with this setup right now. We could move it over to the window, we can move it over to the far end of the bed. It doesn't even, I could literally hang her bottom half out of the bed with half the curtain over her, and it's just like, I could do a lot of things with this setup. So, and actually, if you go into this closet, this space is big enough to fit 2 people. Now, obviously, if a woman is a friggin' house, she's not, like, come on, but that's not going down. I don't get down like that, so that's not a thing. That's not a thing. I mean, come on, let's get real. So a very nice sized woman, whether you are large or petite, I imagine a very petite woman would be literally, this thing can fit like 2 people. It can't fit 3. The bed itself, I'm talking about the closet now. Now the bed right near the closet that I literally can just transition on and off to seamlessly. This bed can fit like 3 people, really, if you want. It can fit 3. It's a I think it's a queen. It's a queen size bed. So, you know, and you don't roll anywhere. I mean, there's walls, so you ain't rolling off of this bed. You gotta crawl off this bed. You're not gonna roll off. So, you know, if 3 people wanted to just lounge on this thing and sit, then that's fine. 3 people wanted to lay on this thing, that works too. You know, if just 2 people, me and a woman, wanted to get in this closet and literally just stare into each other's eyes, because you don't have, I mean, if I lay on one side, there's room enough for someone to lay on the other side if they're very small. And also, if, you know, we're both like cuddled up, it fits 2 people, so it's kind of a very nice setup. So literally I could have pretty much 4 to 5 people in this area, really. And then there's still the other bed across the room that is by the other window that can have at least 1 person on it. And if you're sitting on it like a couch, it holds like 2 people. So, you know, it's motherfucking party time. I'm just joking. I don't get down like that. But you get the point. The point is, it's versatile and it's fun, and it's not exactly the most usual thing, but I like it. It feels very enclosed. It feels like I'm moving a curtain to crawl into the bed, to crawl into a tunnel, to crawl back out that tunnel onto that bed. You know? And if I was really luxurious and I was a wealthy person, I damn sure would have an indoor pool where that window would be. You know where that window is? I would have a pool. I would come right out that pool, towel off, and then crawl straight onto this fucking bed. You know, so I just like the closet setup. You know, the idea of the closet now being a sleeping arrangement, with a curtain that can close everything off. You know, so you know, I just like that. There is no television in this room, though. I'll tell you that. There is no TV. That's something I want to change, maybe, or possibly. I think this rant's gone on long enough. I already talked enough. I already made a lot of jokes. You know. So, when this stuff is more set up, like this bed is set up, you know, I don't have curtains where that window is, which I've already ordered the curtains, so there will be curtains going up eventually. Sheets will be needed for the twin, I believe it's the twin bed that goes by the other window in the other side of the room. There's really nothing much needed, I would say, really, for this closet thing, but I just feel like the icing on the cake that just I really just think I just have to do it is maybe a futon-like thing. It could even be a blow-up mattress or something, to just top off this and level out this foam that I have in here on the entire floor. Like it is, you know, it is running the entire span of this closet. So it's something that's small, you know, but it makes so much difference for my psyche, by just my psyche, you know, just having that type of comfortability does a lot for my psyche. And when it's all, you know, just done as it is, you know, when the curtain's up and, you know, I have the sheets for the other side of the bed, and I only want, because, you know, when winter will come, I want a thicker sheet or two for this bed over here. This bed already has a fitted sheet. It has pillows, cases. They're very nice sheets. You know, I'm not going to spoil it, what they look like. Who knows, maybe, I don't know, somehow maybe you already might know somehow, I don't know. But then I'll take pictures, or I'll do a video or something about that. But until then, you know, thanks for people listening. Thanks for getting into the channel. Thanks for all the likes, subs, comments. This is your host, Steve, from the back, and you know, I guess I just have to, you know, to say it. You know, hail Satan as always, hail Mammon, and hail Belial. You know, I'm a demonic guy. I'm a satanic guy. In case you didn't know. I mean, maybe some people think black guys aren't supposed to be satanic or something. Black guys aren't demonic. No, I mean, we're not all Christians and Pentecostals, so that myth is blown out of the water. So, yeah, have a nice day, you guys. Remember to like, comment, and sub. This is your host, Steve, from the back. This is Steve's Art in Front channel. I think this should go in rants. I would have liked to put it in kid-friendly gaming, but it got too adult because I just had to keep it real. Because the thing about me is I'm not a sexually promiscuous person by any means. Matter of fact, I'm very monk-like in a sense, because I don't, I just don't get around like that. It just doesn't happen like that. You know, I'm a one-woman guy. I'm not the type of guy that, you know, fucks around like that. But I do have a mind, and when I get down, I fucking go, you know, I go all in. When I get down, I get the fuck down. So I'm just saying, you know, shit will get crazy if it has to. And, you know, I got ideas, man. I like to have fun when I do, so I'm just saying, this is not a kid-friendly rant anymore. It was gonna be, but I'm thinking, no, I have to do them right and actually, like, explain things for an adult, because I'm an adult. I'm sure adults watch these videos and rants. The humor is adult humor because I'm an adult. So I'm sorry, YouTube. I have to keep it real. There's a time and a place to make kid-friendly videos, and there's a time and a place to just make a real video. So that's what I did, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day.